Okay, so sorry, my last video cut me off. I guess it gives me 15 minutes, and this has been a really long video. So there's gonna be 3 videos to this, and this third part, I want to talk about, or I was talking about, the breastfeeding benefits of breastfeeding. So we already talked about the immune system. We already talked about the diseases later in life. So kind of at number 3 here that I wrote down. Um, excuse me. So I've noticed, and this is proven, but I'm telling you from my own perspective, um, that babies are happier when they are breastfed. They're more content, they sleep better, and they eat better. I know this because my kids, like, they are really happy babies, very content babies, like satisfied. Like there's just something about them that after they breastfeed, they sleep better. They're just more content. I don't know. I know lots of people who formula feed and their babies are not that content because formula can upset their digestive tract and they swallow air in their bottles and they're not getting that bonding time that they need with their mother. And I'm not saying that babies aren't going to be happy and that all babies are just sad on formula. No, not at all. I'm just saying from my own view, my own perspective, that I've noticed this in my children versus other children I know who have been formula fed. I've heard parents complain that their babies have lots of gas and that their babies have acid reflux so that they spit up a lot. And they can't lay them on their backs because they cry. They've heard that their babies don't sleep very well. And if they're on formula, that is why. I mean, that is pretty much going to be their reason, unless they have some kind of genetic, like, or not genetic, I can't think of the word, like chronic, like some kind of chronic thing that they're going through that from birth or something. But a breastfed baby is not going to have lots of tummy troubles, not going to have lots of acid reflux issues, unless, like, let's say there are babies that are naturally born and are allergic to milk. And so the mom can't drink milk or the baby could spit up because they're allergic to it. Excuse me.
I was going out of here and I was opening the door. I mean, I was closing the door.
And you got chocolate on you?
And the shower was going in here. We go out for a minute. I had to keep on
Say hi. Say hi. Are you all yucky? But all over you, crazy kid. Ooh. Did you get into something? Did you get into chocolate milk? Chocolate? Can you say hi? Say hi. Hello, hello, hello. Hello, hello. Okay, so let's go on here. Let's see. So they're gonna have less spitting up, no tummy cramps, not have a lot of gas. Now, breastfeeding is not just good for the babies. It's awesome and excellent for the mother, too, because it protects the moms against the uterine cancer that that women can get as they start to get older. Especially in their, I think it's in their 30s that they get the uterine cancer that can become common. So when you breastfeed, it reduces your chances a lot of getting uterine cancer. It protects the mom's health. And I've noticed that, like, when I love breastfeeding because, yes, hi, you guys need to go out and calm down and then I'll be there in a minute. Oh, that's hard. I'll do it in a minute. I'm just about to finish, okay? I'll be out in a minute. I'll be out in a minute.
I don't know if
So yeah, so I've noticed that with breastfeeding. I love it. I feel healthy. I lose my baby weight faster, so as a huge plus for a lot of moms. When you breastfeed, you are more than likely going to get thinner faster and lose your baby weight a lot faster. And that's really proven for me. I've always lost all my baby weight by 6 months, exclusively breastfeeding. Breastfeeding also keeps moms from getting postpartum depression or baby blues. Um, like it helps a lot because there's certain chemicals in your body that are released during the birth of your child, and your hormones go through dramatic drop. And so when you breastfeed your baby, we're just designed for those levels to kind of stay more consistent so that our brains aren't overloaded and we don't get depressed. And we're also designed to have that bond with our baby. It's been said, and there's been lots of research done, that mothers who do not breastfeed their babies, if they get depressed, they can go through emotional difficulties that is just as bad as if their baby died during birth because they didn't breastfeed. So it's not really that recognized, so it's something that mothers, again, are not educated on. And hospitals are always anxious to give a bottle, give a pacifier, instead of encourage breastfeeding. So I think that's sad. Let's see. So I guess that's almost it. Okay, this is the part. So breast milk. Let's see. Breast milk. Here, this is also from the FTA. Breast milk is also rich in nutrients that formula cannot duplicate. So no matter what the formula can says about DHA and iron and all that, it can't duplicate what is in the mother's breast milk, no matter what they do. It has many of the same ingredients as breast milk, but every mother produces breast milk for their child differently. So every child you have, you are going to have different breast milk for your baby because your body knows what that baby's going to need from birth. And as the baby grows older, it's going to change. Your breast milk will always adapt to what the baby needs. I found it really cool because when it's summertime and it's really hot outside, your breast milk will produce more electrolytes to keep your baby hydrated. You do not need to give your baby water during the summer, especially an infant. Babies aren't supposed to have water, which is another reason formula can be dangerous because babies' bodies don't digest water properly, especially with all of the other things that are in our water. We have the water we drink is contaminated with all kinds of things. Even bottled water you buy at the store is still contaminated with stuff. And that's a whole other story. So, yeah, so your milk adapts. When it's cold outside and your baby needs more warmth, your body creates that in milk for the baby. So it says every person's milk is different, and it even differs from child to child. The milk you produce is made uniquely for your child. It changes as the baby grows to accommodate their needs. And that's totally true. I mean, your milk will go through transitions. There's times where you might think you're not producing a lot of milk. There's like, with my kids, I've noticed like from 4 to like the 4th month, I'll kind of have a milk transition because that's when the baby goes through growth spurt. And I'll kind of notice that my milk doesn't seem like I have a lot for a few days. But your body's adapting and it's creating more milk. And it kind of goes through that transition again around 6 to 8 months. Whenever your baby goes through growth spurt, your body knows. It's really weird. But your body knows and your milk knows, and it accommodates the needs of the baby. Both of my boys were breastfed exclusively from the day they were born until they were 1 year old. They never had any other food. I think with our son Shiloh, we did introduce a couple of fruits when he was 10 months old, but he didn't start really eating food until he was closer to 12 months old. So it was awesome because his whole body, his whole growth was from meat, from breast milk. He grew perfectly on it. There's this whole thing where babies, the baby chart, or what's called the percentiles that the doctor's offices have now, where baby falls between a certain group, like 50%, 30%, and now so many babies are formula fed that they chunk up really quick and they get really big because there's so many like bad fats in the formula then it makes the babies gain a lot more weight. So on their statistic charts, they base it kind of on that. So when you have a baby who is being exclusively breastfed, your baby's probably going to be low on the charts because your baby's growing naturally. My kids have always been on the low end of the charts. They've always gained weight slower, but been extremely healthy, chunky babies, nothing wrong. But they're just not formula fed, so they're not gaining amounts of weights and getting big. So anyways, I am definitely pro breastfeeding. If there are moms who cannot breastfeed and they simply can't produce milk, because there are medical conditions where moms can't produce breast milk, and that must be really sad. I can't imagine being a mom going through something where you can't breastfeed. So I think that's a tough one, because those moms who really can't breastfeed can feel very guilty and get depressed over it. So for any moms like that, I would look into resources, talk to naturopathic doctors, midwives, about alternatives for healthy choices for your baby. Things you can do to bond with your baby like you can bond when you're breastfeeding. There's things you can do. You just need to do the research and look into it, and kind of avoid the whole you need to just formula feed your baby, because it's easy, So yeah, so I guess that's what I have to say. I'm sure I'm going to get lots of comments on here, and I'm sorry if I said anything wrong. I printed this out so that it was fact information. So hopefully it's all right. Again, these are my views. These aren't views that I'm pushing on anybody, because I still believe that everybody needs to make the right choice for their family, whether that is to breastfeed or formula feed. So these are how I feel about formula and how I feel about breastfeeding. And I'm not going to judge you if you choose to do the other. So that's just what I like and do, and this is the information I know and the research that I've done on it. So you guys can take it from there and do your own research, do your own, just research about baby formulas and what we feed our babies. So thank you for watching my video, and I will see you next time. Thank you.